imagine there's this whole secret world of light all around us, working away, but completely invisible.
Sounds a bit like sci-fi, doesn't it?
Totally. But it's real. Our vision is, well, surprisingly limited. And today, we're doing a deep dive. We're going to uncover a hidden trick.
The smartphone trick.
Exactly. Something you probably have right in your pocket, letting you peek into this unseen world.
Yeah, our main source for this is great. Comes from the Curious Science blog. They have this piece, Hidden Trick Discovered, See Infrared with Your iPhone. It really shines a light pun intended on infrared, and then shows us this really clever way to actually see it.
So our mission today, let's unpack the science of infrared. Why can't we see it? And then the fun part, show you the hack.
A simple, everyday hack.
Yep. Consider this your shortcut to getting the lowdown on something pretty surprising, something that's, quietly influencing your daily life.
Okay, let's do it.
Right. So to really get this trick, we need to understand light itself first, the bigger picture.
Yeah, because when we say light, we usually just mean, colors, rainbows, what we see.
But that visible light, the classic ROIGB-IV spectrum, red to violet, that's just a tiny, tiny fraction of the whole electromagnetic spectrum.
Exactly. Our eyes are amazing, no doubt. But they're tuned really specifically. We're talking wavelengths from about 380 nanometers up to maybe 750 nanometers.
And nanometers are incredibly small, right? Billionths of a meter.
Tiny. And within that narrow window, those different wavelengths give us all the colors. Red's got the longer waves, violet the shorter ones.
It's wild how limited that range is when you think about it. So, okay, if that's what we see, what's hiding just outside that range? What's invisible?
Well, go short on violet and you hit ultraviolet, UV light.
Burn alley.
Pretty much. And then if you go longer than red, that's where you find infrared, IR light.
The star of our show today.
That's the one. And while we can't see UV or IR, some of the creatures can, which is fascinating, like cabbage white butterflies. They actually see in ultraviolet.
Wow. Okay, so infrared specifically, you're saying it's all around us, but unseen.
Absolutely. Think about your TV remote.
A clicker.
Or security cameras, especially the ones that see in the dark. Temperature sensors, even huge space telescopes use infrared. It's everywhere.
So it's super useful tech, but we just don't see it happening.
Precisely. And that invisibility is often the point. For a remote, you don't want a distracting flashing light. Right?
Definitely not.
For security, it allows night vision without broadcasting its presence with visible light.
Yeah.
It lets tech work without bothering us.
Okay, makes sense. But still, we can't see it natively.
With our eyes. Nope.
And this is where the blog post gets really cool. There's this hack, this clever trick.
Yes. The moment of reveal. So that remote control, when you press a button, it sends out pulses of infrared light from the little bulb at the tip.
Invisible pulses.
Right. Now, here's the interesting bit. Older digital cameras, and even some earlier iPhones, their sensors could actually pick up this near-infrared light, stuff just beyond what we see.
Ah, okay. But newer phones, my fancy new smartphone probably can't, right?
Well, the main camera probably can't. Most modern smartphones and digital cameras have what's called an IR cut filter built into the main lens system.
IR cut filter. Sounds logical.
Yeah, its job is basically to block those longer infrared waves, anything over about 750 nanometers.
Why?
To make your photos look more like what your eyes actually see, more natural. So yeah, point your main camera at a remote, you'll likely see nothing.
Okay, so the main camera is out, but the trick?
The core hack from the source is you have to use the front camera.
The selfie camera?
The selfie camera.
Oh, I'm serious.
Seriously, not the main one on the back.
Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting. How do you do it?
It's dead simple. Put your phone on a table, maybe. Point the selfie camera towards your remote control.
Okay.
Then just start pressing buttons on the remote while you watch your phone screen.
Yeah.
And boom, you should see the little bulb on the remote light up on your screen, like a little flashing light.
Nope.
Yes way. The source even mentioned that remotes for things like lighting, they can be even brighter, especially if you try it in a dark room. It's quite noticeable.
I am definitely trying this later, so it's not just TV remotes.
Nope. People have used this same trick to spot IR light from other things, like sensors in bathrooms that turn lights on automatically.
Oh, yeah.
Security cameras, the ones with night vision. And get this, even another iPhone, when it's using Face ID, you could see it working.
That's wild. So this isn't just a gimmick. It's actually useful.
Totally. Quick check. Is my remote dead or the battery's gone? Point at your selfie cam, see the light, remote's working, no light, Probably the batteries.
Huh, practical.
And, maybe more intriguingly, you could potentially use it to spot hidden cameras that rely on infrared illumination, maybe in like an Airbnb or something. Gives you a little superpower.
Okay, my mind is a little blown. But why? Why the front camera? If the main camera has that IR cut filter to make photos look natural, why doesn't the selfie camera have it too? What's the difference?
It really comes down to, well, purpose and design priorities. Think about the front camera's main job.
Selfies, video calls, seeing my face.
Exactly. It's about capturing your face, often in less than ideal lighting. It doesn't need the absolute perfect color accuracy that you might want from the main camera for a landscape photo. So if a little bit of infrared light gets mixed in, it doesn't really hurt its main job.
So, less critical for perfect color.
Sort of. Plus, there's a physical reason. Adding that IR cut filter adds a layer, makes the camera module slightly thicker.
And space is tight on the front of a phone.
Super tight. Manufacturers want to keep things as thin and sleek as possible, especially around the screen area. Okay. So for the front camera, they often just leave the filter out. It's an engineering trade-off. Function versus form versus cost.
That makes so much sense. It's a compromise.
It is. And the source actually showed a neat comparison. They took photos of an old-style incandescent light bulb. With the front camera, the picture looked a tiny bit brighter, and the filament inside the bulb, definitely brighter.
Because it was picking up the heat, the infrared.
That's the idea, picking up some of that IR energy as light. Even though the overall photo didn't look drastically different, it just shows the front camera is seeing that extra bit of the spectrum.
Fascinating. And it's not just iPhones doing this?
No. The source mentioned testing a MacBook camera too, the built-in webcam. Same deal, it could see the infrared from the remote. So it seems to be a fairly common thing across different devices.
Wow. Okay, so this infrared sensitivity isn't just a quirk. It's actually central to some really important features, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned Face ID earlier.
Yes. Face ID is a perfect and, frankly, amazing application of infrared tech right in your phone.
How does that work? It seems like magic.
It's pretty clever. It's not just one thing. First, there's usually a proximity sensor using infrared, just to know your face is there and at the right distance.
Okay.
Then, the key part. A dot projector. It shoots out like tens of thousands of tiny, invisible infrared dots onto your face.
Tens of thousands. Invisible dots.
Yep. Creating a unique pattern based on the contours of your face. Then there's a separate infrared camera that reads how those dots land, how they're distorted by your features, your eyes, nose, mouth.
So it's building a 3D map.
Exactly. A precise 3D map of your face using infrared light. Then, complex algorithms analyze that map, comparing it to the stored data of your face to verify it's really you. It's like a high-tech, invisible fingerprinting system for your face.
That is seriously cool. And you're saying I could see that happen.
But the trick, yes. If you point your phone's front camera at another iPhone while it's trying to use Face ID, like when it's waking up or trying to authenticate something, you should actually see some of those infrared lights glowing on your screen.
I've got to try that. It's like seeing the security system in action.
It really is. Proof that this invisible light is constantly working right there in your hand.
Man, what an incredible deep dive this has been. It really makes you stop and think, doesn't it? How much is going on around us that we don't see? And that device we use every single day, our smartphone, it actually holds this hidden key to unlock a little piece of that invisible world.
Absolutely. I think the big takeaways, those aha moments, are realizing just how much bigger the light spectrum is.
Right.
And getting this peek behind the curtain at how everyday tech, like remotes and even sophisticated things like Face ID, actually function using this light we can't see. It makes the familiar feel a little bit extraordinary again.
It really does. So here's a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on. If we can find this hidden world with just a simple phone trick, what other invisible things, what other phenomena are hiding right there in plain sight?
Yeah, what else is out there?
Just waiting for us to find the right perspective, or maybe just another clever little trick to see them.